Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between WFZ and LawLiet. This game taking place here on Northern Isles, a WGL match cast and brought to you by WarCraft 3 Classic Graphics, as LawLiet spawns as the teal night elf over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, WFZ has spawned as the red undead over here on the top right. Undead versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup. There's the Crypt, there's the Ultra of Darkness, there's that Ziggurat getting added in once more. And what is this game going to have in store for us? Ultra of Elders, Ancient of War, most likely Keeper of the Grove opening up with archers. And then, well, perhaps going up against WFZ Death Knight with ghouls transitioning into gargoyles. That seems to be the meta in this Undead versus Night Elf matchup. Things getting underway here. Tomb of Relics, Ultra of Darkness, waiting for that last Ziggurat to come online to start training up here in just a second. There you are, and it is going to be that Death Knight. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove already a little bit further out. Northern Isles, I wouldn't say there was actually... Um, Well, taking a look at the map here, I wouldn't say that it actually favors any particular style of a particular race. There are well, use of range and in choke points and unit compositions, being able to adapt to that is mainly what you want to be seeing here. I can imagine, and I like just thinking about replays in the past, 2 or 3 mountain giants in the front location here with a large number of range units in the back generally work out well for Night Elf in a Night Elf versus Undead matchup here. And unless the Undead goes for something like Rain of Fire from the Pit Lord, it really doesn't well, present that much of a problem to try and group all of your units together against an Undead player. Keeper of the Grove going to be picking up a circlet, or picked up a circlet nobility, and now making its way out. Death Knight, on the other hand, going straight after a proxy Ancient of War, will be able to get the cancellation. There's the, well, no death coil needed, as well the wisp does detonate in time. Currently making its rounds back out, going after this 5-4-2-2 creep camp that does give level 2, adding in a bit of blight as well. I don't see an acolyte making its way over, so it looks like nope, there is an acolyte actually making its way over, so this could be a well, this is definitely going to be an expansion attempt. Over here on the bottom left, Tree of Life is already upgrading to tier 2 as the Keeper of the Grove shows up to the party to try and put pressure onto this expansion. Is a Wisp brought over for the detonation to remove the blight? That is also important to see. Down to 19 hit points, it gets taken down. In comes the detonation and trying to remove blight and some mana from that Death Knight, as it looks as though the Ice Troll will get taken down right there. Units now making their way back down to the south here. Death Coil most likely on that low hit point pool, trying to retreat away down to 81 hit points. Are we going to see a Death Coil? No, we're not. Keeper of the Grove just going after that Ziggurat once more, putting in pressure and adding in damage. All right, another Ziggurat getting thrown down as well, on a little bit of blight being left over. One side regenerating hit points as the other one is going to get taken out. All right, 3 Trents right there, now making their way back over to this Ziggurat. Ziggurat down to 146 hit points and dropping quickly. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove going to be wandering around here, perhaps trying to get an entangle, and that is pretty much going to be done. This one Acolyte actually getting body blocked a little bit, as the Keeper of the Grove down to 91 hit points has to be very careful, as a Ghoul is just in front causing problems. Keeper of the Grove down to 43 hit points there, and somehow able to escape. Death Knight going after an Archer. Archer down to 81 hit points. One more shot. Are we going to see a Death Coil? No, we are not. And no Dust of Appearance. Nicely played and nicely done right there, as we are going to be getting, or attempting to get, a Haunted Goldmine. Haunted Goldmine staying steady at 75 hit points, and now finally getting canceled. Another Blight getting added in there, as the Keeper of the Grove finally gets to level 2. LawLiet completely shutting down this expansion in all its attempts, and now finishing off a Ghoul as well. All right, where is that Death Knight? Death Knight back off to the north here, trying to regroup, and we saw an interesting pressure coming in. WFZ trying to go for that expansion, and LawLiet completely punishing it, absolutely setting up a Tree of Life of his own. He looks like he is faster to set up an expansion, more on the way, and also much further along in his tech to tier 2. Keeper of the Grove, however, has taken a large amount of damage, but as anyone can tell you, during the first 10 minutes of a game, damage just doesn't really stick to a Keeper of the Grove as long as he's able to Death Coil onto that Keeper of the Grove right there, down to 26 hit points. It's going to be able to back away, and the Death Knight trying to get back in front once more of the Grove. Oh, there is an entangle right there. Ghoul does not get in that last attack. Gonna go ahead and go after one Ghoul right there. Keeper of the Grove now trying to back away. And does he have boots of speed? No, he does not. Keeper of the Grove just trying to run around. And where is that going? Death Knight perhaps gonna try and catch up. There's the Death Coil. There is the Scroll of Town Portal to cancel it, and he will be able to drink from those Moon Wells without much of a problem. LawLiet, gonna continue to pick up the rest of those items, has a Demon Hunter right in the back here, Ancient of War, and it looks as though a second attempt at trying to establish this expansion will be much more successful, as the Death Knight was able to force that Keeper of the Grove to retreat back home. Meanwhile, though, a lot of damage getting added up onto that Death Knight once here. Archer trying to retreat back. There's a little bit of damage, and there's an entangle. Is it going to be a possible surround? No, Ghouls are going to be able to quickly get in position, and with those Ghouls right there, those archers, if they try to take down that Death Knight, would have just ended up falling themselves. All right. Tree of Life already in position, making its way over. Demon Hunter is now online as well. Death Knight is showing up to the party, and there's an ensnare onto an archer. However, that archer should be shadow melded. Nope, did not shadow meld in time. Mana burn onto that Death Knight, as the Death Knight could perhaps get in another Death Coil here. Keeper of the Grove trying to dance away. Too bad the lightning shield wand is not on the Demon Hunter. Could have easily given lightning shield to that Keeper of the Grove to get in a little bit of extra damage across all of those units, as we're going to see a big Death Coil right there. Mana burn onto the Death Knight, now completely out of mana. There's a lightning shield onto an archer. Archer trying to back away, but still ends up getting taken down. Not quite enough hit points to really warrant that lightning shield, as there is just a swarm of Ghouls all over the place. Trading archers for Ghouls at this stage. Both sides trying to retreat back. There's another taken down unit, as the Death Knight down to 17 mana, unable to Death Coil because of the Demon Hunter's mana burns. Okay. Keeper of the Grove now down across here. Ogre Magi, trying to take down that Tree of Life. Demon Hunter comes back across. Tree of Life absorbing a good amount of damage, as the Claws of Attack +9 picked up by that Demon Hunter now. Are we teching the tier 3? No, we are not. Only staying at Tree of Ages right now, waiting to train up a large number of Wisps, as this gold mine is getting entangled. Demon Hunter going to finish this last Ice Troll here, as the Keeper of the Grove is out and about, looking to perhaps punish his opponent. There's a very low hit point Ghoul. Death Knight does get off a level 2 Death Blow to save that Ghoul right there, as damage getting added onto that Goblin Shredder as well. Goblin Shredder down to 292 hit points, going after, other of those Ghouls, as you can take a look. Goblin Zeppelin, Lightning Shield. Oh, Lightning Shield, a beautiful use of Lightning Shield, almost trying to finish off some of those units once more, as we're looking at the Goblin Shredder now trying to retreat back there. There it goes. The Lightning Shield from the Keeper of the Grove on that level 6 tracker, preventing the Ghouls from being able to attack it, and then allowing LawLiet to steal that bit of experience. A brilliant micro play, just a genius play right there, as the Death Knight now rounding the corner, perhaps trying to stop this expansion from, being fully saturated. However, the Wisp have already jumped into that gold mine. A 10-second difference is all it takes, as the Death Knight could have perhaps dropped a couple of Ghouls and the Goblin Shredder to finish things off. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 2. Are they going to come across this here in just a moment? Yes, they are. Death Knight is right here. We're looking at the Ice Troll Warlord about to get taken down. It gets taken down. Mana Stone on that Demon Hunter. And there you go. Mana Burn as well. No Entangle possible, as it was already cast. And, that Demon Hunter was unable to finish the Death Knight. Coming back through, the Demon Hunter getting the level 3, really going to empower that Mana Burn even further, shutting down that Death Knight and that Lich. I've said this before, I like this combination. Keeper of the Grove and then Demon Hunter second. That Demon Hunter at level even at level 3, all of a sudden makes problems for the Undead so much, who rely so much on their heroes. Demon Hunter does pick up a Belt of Giant Strength up to 900 hit points, and now picking up a Scroll of Healing once more as this Dryad Archer army really just racking up more and more damage. We are checking the Tree of Ages. I don't see Adept training on the Druids of the Claw as of yet, as both the Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter are at level 3, while the Death Knight himself is only at level 3 with with a Lich now in training. Tech to tier 3 is underway, but it feels like LawLiet has taken enough of an early game advantage that he should be able to capitalize it on the mid game. Keeper of the Grove going to pick up, nope, not picking up that potion of greater healing. There goes, finally picking it up, making its way back down. Demon Hunter healing up as well. Hunter's Hall is not up, well, upgrading reinforced hides, and I believe perhaps the bear upgrades are already done. Tree of Ages getting added in here. Death Knight stealing a little bit of experience from LawLiet, taking down this Overlord Arachnid creep camp there. Dust of Appearance making sure that, well, nothing is lying in wait here. All right, Ring of Protection +3. Also picked up Scroll of the Beast. Dryads, there's the Lich, and in comes some damage. Scroll of Town Portal right there. Are we going to get a mana burn onto the Lich? No mana burn onto the Lich as a departing gift, as we're going to see the Magnetar Reaver creep camp get cleared out here. All right, Trent's joining in on the fight. We're going to see there's that stun. Ogre Magi, well, not going to even bother getting mana burn. Dryads going after these units will take them down in quick fashion as we are training up those bears now. Druids of the Claw with mastery training here. We are not going into mass gargoyles as I was originally expecting from WFZ. Instead, going for the classic Crypt Fiends. And we are getting a sacrificial pit for that eventual boneyard, as we are adding in a slaughterhouse as well. That boneyard is extremely effective at shutting down the eventual bears that are coming out from LawLiet's army. But LawLiet only having 200 lumber. That is a bit of a shock. Only 200 lumber and over 2,000 gold. He is going to be lumber blocked for quite a bit of time. How is this called? Frostbolt? Yeah, I don't know if it's called Frostbolt or not, to be honest. All right, Magnetar Reaver getting in that stun on that Lich. Goblin Zeppelin overhead. Dryads have shown up to the party, and here we go. Goblin Zeppelin trying to retreat back. That is going to be a lot of damage as the Goblin Zeppelin down to 278 hit points. More Scroll of Town Portals as the Ogre Magi, the Forbulk Shaman, and the Ogre Warrior are left behind. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4. Demon Hunter, where is that? Demon Hunter up in the front, also sitting at level 4. More Trents added in. Keeper of the Grove picking up an additional Tome of Intelligence, up to 29 intelligence here at level 4. Khadgar's Pipe of Insight on the Death Knight. Brilliance Aura, a beautiful item, and it is a beautiful item for the undead because it really helps them out. All right, grants heroes nearby 0.8 bonus mana regeneration, and this is a big deal because normally the obsidian statues, once they run out of mana, they really have no other option than to transform into destroyers. There's no easy way to get mana back into them. By adding just an additional 0.8 mana regeneration to these obsidian statues, it seems that they can have a lot more mana for just that much longer. And with that, having all of that extra mana, well, it will have a big impact as it keeps the hit points alive and well for the entire undead army. LawLiet quickly going in the 79 over 80 supply, training up Mountain Giants. All right, so Mountain Giants hardened skin. I don't know how he got so much lumber all of a sudden, perhaps transferring a good number of wisps. No, up to 25 harvesters now. All right, so 25 harvesters, 10 in... 10 in the gold mines, and then 15 workers out onto the battlefield just trying to get as much lumber as possible, also doing quite a bit of scouting. What if adding Crown of Kings item to the creep drops +4 to all attributes? Depends on where it would be in terms of the item drop on the chart table, but considering how players already flock to Circlet of Nobility, well, yeah, considering how players already flock to Circlet of Nobility, adding Crown of Kings isn't too far out of the ordinary either. All right, Dryads looking to pull back here. Druid of the Claw 2-1 upgrades. Hippogriff Riders are there. And, well, we are looking at the Keeper of the Grove focusing down one of his own units as well. All right, damage going to get added in. Level 4 going up against a 4 level 2. Obsidian statues in the back. Destroyers are just there. Devouring Magic going to be able to eat many of those Trents and then will cause problems on those bears as more damage on those bears adding up. All right, it looks like another bear. Wow, how is that bear staying alive? It looks like it was able to absorb so much damage, even with destroyers, with mana, able to absorb all of that damage right there. Did it get stabbed to preservation back home? No, it did not. Did it just walk? Yeah, it's walking back home and now needs to be rejuvenated as well. All right, more Hippogriff Riders are going to get added in. Again, as we are looking at, well, Spirit Towers, Nerubian Tower, and one Acolyte apparently on strike, not working at this gold mine. Coming through. Double Slaughterhouse getting added in. No Dark Ritual, no Frostworms. Double of Slaughterhouse instead. Sacrificial Pits mainly for the Acolytes to turn into Shades and be able to keep track of the army. Meanwhile, we're looking at, well, a little bit of scouting out once more. Another Tree of Life getting added in. Keeper of the, oh, there's a Rejuvenation, and that's Druid of the Claw will be making its way back off to the north here. All right, Demon Hunter trying to dive on in. Unholy Aura on the Demon Hunter. Helm of Valor, very, very powerful. Strength and agility, just what you want on that Demon Hunter as we see a Roar coming across. There's that Devour Magic eating up all of those delicious buffs. And also those Trents right there, adding in more hit points and mana onto those Destroyers. Destroyers able to deal so much damage now if they're just trying to focus down these units. Well, Abomination quickly getting taken down. Are we going to see the LawLiet? Well, Staff of Preservation saving once again as the Keeper of the Grove trying to back away. Demon Hunter in that frontline spot, and the WFZ's Death Knight being forced to Scroll of Town Portal once more. Level 3 finally on the Lich as we're going to try and regroup and regain themselves. All right, Demon Hunter, wow, ends up getting Scroll of Healing just in time. It looks, or a Potion of Healing just in time as another Abomination, well, tries to stay alive, but it looks like the Entangle is just going to hold on far too long. There goes another. Destroyers are there, and there is nothing for them to really eat. Not that much mana either as the units are trying to pull back. 70 supply compared to 67. WFZ is fighting on Blight, but seems to be at a disadvantage even considering all of that. All right, more Entangles going down, and WFZ just losing Crypt after, or being forced to lose Crypt after Crypt, even when they are burrowed, as the Demon Hunter down to 147 hit points, trying to fight their way through. All right, another Crypt Fiend down to 3 hit points, but ends up staying alive. Level 4, level 3 going up against a level 4, one bear, well, gonna try and retreat back here. A ghoul scouting out and sees that there is nothing going on across here. And, well, it looks like all of the major creep camps have already been cleared out. And that means that any sort of experience gain for WFZ is going to be coming at LawLiet's expense. That is important to note, as LawLiet and will be engaging against every single battle with superior level heroes for at least a little while longer, as that Demon Hunter and the Keeper of the Grove are at 4, almost level 5. We don't see any third heroes added in. We're at 80 over 100 supply right now, as LawLiet adding in the last 10 supply, 2 bears and a Hippogriff. Lich backing up here. Big damage on that Lich, plus 12 damage between the Orb of Corruption. Also, that Brilliance Aura going to make a big deal. Death Knight, what is it hoping to do here? Does it have a Scroll of Town Portal? It does. Needs to get out of jail free card. As we're still looking at a burrowed Crypt Fiend off here. All right, Scroll of Town Portal now to be trying to retreat back, or trying to save that Tree of Life. Tree of Life quickly going to get taken down as there is that battle already coming across here. All right, Goblin Shredder in the back there. There's some Devour Magic, Staff of Preservation, saving some units once more. Abomination getting Disease Cloud across multiple units again, as Trents are trying to join in on the fight, but they are going to have a long distance to try and walk before they really get to the bulk of this fight down here. Druid of the Claw getting saved once more, and it has been Staff of Frustration for WFZ, unable to take down bears while losing Abominations, as those bears are able to just retreat back and then get healed back up. Demon Hunter already up to level 5 right now. Keeper of the Grove just shy, could have gotten to level 5 if one more unit was finished off. Meanwhile, there is a ninja expansion over here, but not very ninja at all, as it is right underneath the Goblin Zeppelin of WFZ. A Goblin Sapper just going to make its way over, try and finish it off, and able to shut that down before it even gets started. Funny that you don't see the Goblin Zeppelin on the mini-map. And by not seeing the Goblin Zeppelin on the mini-map right there, he perhaps thought that he was able to build that expansion without getting caught, and that simply wasn't the case. LawLiet is attempting to entangle this gold mine over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. As we are looking at the Death Knight, well, these obsidian statues still have a bit of mana. So important right now is that mana from that Lich. As you can see, 177 mana. Normally, these would absolutely be bone dry already. All right. At this stage, you really shouldn't be trying to give Essence of Mana back. You're almost going to get topped off right there as the army now going to be coming on in. Spirit Tower, Nerubian Tower trying to slow down that Demon Hunter. No repairs underway, and it is just going to be a transfer of expansions here. Bear's trying to get in position, but Bear's having a difficult time trying to get in there. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and scroll Town Portal as the units are now backing up once more. Wisps, there you are trying to land straight up, and there is a straight up entangle there. There's a Frost Nova Lich trying to back away. Death Coil saves that Lich as the fight is still going through. Death Knight just still sitting at level 4, not yet at level 5, as Staff of Frustration continuing to save units as the Keeper of the Grove, well, ends up finally getting to level 5. One bear finally lost, giving Death Knight level 5 here. All right, the Obsidian statues still having a decent amount of mana. Abominations need to shift back down. 72 supply compared to 80. Level 5, level 3 compared to level 5, level 5. Another Goblin Sapper suicide run taking down that expansion right there. And, well, LawLiet is not made of gold. He cannot continue to lose buildings like that as they are being built. All right, coming back around. Tree of Life, 80 over 100 supply. If WFZ can shut down this Tree of Life, that is going to be the real telling story there. That Goblin Zeppelin finally actually able to be spotted away. Are we going to see some Wisp getting taken down? And there you go. All of the units are completely surrounded. Meat Wagon should be able to easily take down many of those Dryads here, going after some of those Crypt Fiends, saving those units. Mountain Giants and the Lich now coming across with the Scroll of Town Portal to try and get out of there. All right, are we going to see the death of a Dryad? I think there was one dead Dryad amongst all of them. 74 supply, as we are looking at 3/3 upgrades for the Bears and the Dryads. Back across here, Goblin Zeppelin still right there. And I don't know what is happening here. The Goblin Laboratory, this Wisp spots every single time a Goblin Sapper is trained up, so he should know what is going on as LawLiet repairs this Tree of Life and needs to get in a little bit more going once again. All right. Mountain Giants, Bears, units all working together, standing on Blight. And we are also getting, well, burrowed Crypt Fiends, regenerating hit points, and really just using everything to your advantage. WFZ is trying to make, yeah, this Essence shouldn't really be using Essence of Mana right now, since both the Lich and the Death Knight are under the effects of Brilliance Aura, unless you're going to time it like that. Well, or swap who uses what. Yeah, swap this to be essence of mana, and this be essence of health for a little bit to try and equalize the amount of both of these units. Armies are going to be passing each other in the night, so to speak. Abominations, oh, right there, there's a little bit of attack. One Meat Wagon, well, Fling able to get in some damage. Abomination in that frontline spot. Are we going to get some Disease Cloud? Yes, Disease Cloud across all of those units. Frost Nova onto a Druid of the Claw. Wait for it. Staff of Preservation. There it is. And well, wait for another one as the Abomination's finally getting 600 hit point heals as the Death Knight at level 5. Mana Burn should be coming across as well. Death Coil trying to finish off that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter stays alive as we're looking at another Bear getting Staff of Preservation again. All right, Dryads are in that backline spot. We are seeing Cloud. Finally, those units are getting taken on as the Lich is still fighting their way through. Death Knight could be in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal. Demon Hunter finally gets taken down. And WFZ taking a little bit of an advantage in that fight, taking down that level 5 Demon Hunter. And we saw WFZ actually gaining experience while LawLiet, both of his heroes, are staying at about the same experience. All right, that means it is a major setback and that means that last fight definitely went in WFZ's favor, as we are looking at the meat wagons now pushing their way over here to the bottom right. Demon Hunter does not have that much mana. Staff of Teleportation coming across. There's that Death Knight joining back in on the fight. Meat Wagon should be able to get in a couple of big lobs right there, finish off this Tree of Life. We are at high upkeep. Goblin Zeppelin overhead. And where is the Night Elf army? LawLiet, well, using a healing ward to heal up all of his units instead, allowing his expansion to get taken down. Death Knight, Lich sitting at level 4, making its rounds out across the map again. Death Knight does have that Ring of Regeneration, incredibly important, as we're going to be looking at the Demon Hunter, perhaps getting a mana burn onto that Lich right there at 123, just shy of being able to cast Frost Nova. Death Coil saving that Lich again. Units are trying to back up here, but with the meat wagons in the back here, should be able to take down those Dryads pretty easily. Dryads now need to back away as the Abomination could get taken down. There it goes. More damage added in. Scroll of Town Portal trying to retreat back. A couple of quick webs. Mana Flare stopping much of the heals from those obsidian statues, as we are trying to haunt the gold mine over here on the top left. LawLiet back with the supply advantage. One Abomination here trying to make sure that this base does not get up and running. The Abomination, however, should really be rejoining with the main army, losing a frontline unit. Incredibly important, as the meat wagons, well, meat wagons have been doing their job, stopping many of the Dryads from just being able to dance in that back line. Demon Hunter, Keeper of the Grove, gained a little bit of experience in that last fight, indicating that they were able to pick off some of WFZ's units, but I think WFZ has been able to consistently trade fairly easily, as a Tree of Eternity could be in trouble. All right, it is completely uprooted. That means that it is going to take full damage from everything. The destroyers are right there, and in come the units once more. Meat wagons need to go ahead and fight their way through, as LawLiet is now trying to inch their way forward. The downside here is that LawLiet's Tree of Eternity is not really going to bring them any closer to any of those Moonwells, and that's going to be a downside once more. Demon Hunter mana burn onto the Lich. Lich only had 55 mana, not going to really matter all that much, as damage is slowly adding up again. One Abomination in the backfield in motion, but still needs to get to that front line and start joining in on the fight. 76 supply compared to 67. LawLiet continuing that push. Staff of Preservation continuing to save as well, as one Abomination about to get taken down. There goes a bear. Both sides continuing the fight. WFZ's Abomination still alive barely, as we see another bear get taken out. Abomination is going to be able to retreat back away down to 19 hit points, and the Obsidian statues living up to their name key and their role, being able to keep these units alive. All right. Death Knight does sit at level 6. Level 3 Unholy Aura. There's a Death Coil right there on that Abomination, as those units are going to be making their way over. All right, Haunted Gold Mine about to get taken down. It gets taken down as the Tree of Eternity should be trying to entangle that gold mine here in just a moment. Back and forth once again. Another Abomination going to get taken down. Triple Mountain Giants in the frontline spot. Obsidian or Meat Wagons in the back here. More Staff of Preservation, but as I said, it doesn't really take them out too far, as the damage is still adding back up here. All right, more damage coming back through here. Level 5 now on that Lich. Lich does not have that much mana, but then again, the Demon Hunter doesn't want to be in that frontline spot either, as those bears, are they going to end up getting taken down? Meat wagons are still right there. There goes another bear as well, as the units are now in a massive retreat back here. Keeper of the Grove in a little bit of trouble. Lich, out of does have mana, is going to be able to get a Frost Nova off onto any of those units. That is the question. I believe it did get a Frost Nova off onto that Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant trying to retreat back down to 153 hit points. It finally gets taken down. Level 5 on the Lich. Level 6 on the Death Knight, going up against a level 5 Keeper of the Grove and a level 5 Demon Hunter. Moving that Tree of Eternity is always a bit of a dangerous proposition, as the Staff of Preservation doesn't bring you back home next to your Moonwells. Demon Hunter, however, very close to level 6 here, could be a very dangerous game indeed if it gets the Metamorphosis, as the Demon Hunter could get Staff of Preservation back to this Tree of Life here, but not close to those Moonwells either, needing to run all the way back to the main base. Downside of moving your Tree of Eternity is that Staff of Preservation denial. However, WFZ now being forced to unsummon buildings to get a little bit of extra gold, down to 200 and up to 300 gold here momentarily. He does have the Ring of Regeneration, and well, has he sold any additional items? That is the key. Meat wagons are fully repaired. If you can take down this Tree of Life, all of a sudden well, the economic advantage becomes about the same. We are getting in more abominations for that frontline position. Mountain giants have been falling pretty easily. Dryads want to finish off those meat wagons. Meat wagons are a little bit too far behind as the Death Knight hangs back to try and get those meat wagons faster. All right, here we are. This Tree of Life down to 1,200 hit points and dropping very quickly as the meat wagons are lobbing that siege attack right now. 1150 range, just absolutely huge as the Wisp are now making their way over to try to get in some detonations. All right, there goes a Death Coil Frost Nova and the Demon Hunter down to 500 some odd hit points. Are we going to see more in Death Coils? No, we are not. Meat Wagons trying to finish off that Tree of Life. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now out of mana, unable to Death Coil onto that Demon Hunter. And Demon Hunter still looking strong with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Keeper of the Grove is not sitting at level 6. Death Knight may end up falling. Potion or Scroll of Town Portal now being used as a Lich could get taken down. Oh, wow. Both Dryads taken out right there at the last possible second. Keeper of the Grove is still shy of level 6. And that means that we are not going to be having Tranquility. It is going to come down to the healing ability of WFZ because of the Obsidian statues and that Brilliance Aura. Abominations making their way back through. 39 supply compared to 48. WFZ looked like he has clawed his way back. But it is LawLiet. If he can get to level 6 on both of his heroes, well, that is going to be a game changer as well. Tree of Life now taken down. We're looking at, well, a Dark Ritual Lich able to just convert those skeletal minions into a little bit more mana, back up to 250 right now. Where are they perhaps going to try and go next? More skeletal minions popping up out of the ground. Lich could try and, well, waiting for another Dark Ritual. Come on, there it goes, up to 315. All right, Mana Burn. Even with a Mana Burn, he'll be able to get off one Frost Nova, and that is going to be key as the Keeper of the Grove. Well, now without that Tree of Life, the Staff of Preservation should actually return them to the Moonwells, as we're going to be going into an engagement. All right, no Devour Magic. There we go, going after that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 368 hit points. Could get taken down. There's that Staff of Preservation. And yeah, by taking down the Tree of Life on the opposite corner, that was actually a little bit of a blessing in disguise, as the Demon Hunter was able to go back home and then heal back up at the Moonwells. All right, 10 experience between level 5 and level 6. That Demon Hunter with Orb of Venom, with chaos damage, with range, can really start to change things up here as the Keeper of the Grove now makes its way back over. All right, Death Knight sitting at level 6 here. What is going on? Mountain Giant, more Dark Rituals. Lich back up to 300 mana about, looking to get a Frost Nova onto some of those units. And this is going to be a micro war for the ages. Couple of buildings are all that are left, as we're looking at Trents making their way to make sure that there is no expansion. There's a Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter again. Lich with that Brilliance Aura still making, well, still getting a lot of mana, as the Tree Ancient of Wonders could end up getting taken down. All right, is it going to end up getting taken down? The Dryads pushing their way through. All right, a little bit of damage going across. Death Coil Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. This is being fought in a Night Elf base, those Moonwells, representing a lot of healing to prevent that Demon Hunter from being in too bad of a situation, as the units are now retreating back again. Demon Hunter is going to try to mana burn the Obsidian statues, as the Obsidian statues represent a lot of healing, or a lot of hit points and mana for the heroes. In addition, as the Destroyer, well, slowly losing mana, as the Trents now joining in on the fight. All right, Death Coil Frost Nova, Keeper of the Grove in a little bit of trouble. Units trying to retreat back, and that was a brilliant play by WFZ, going after the Keeper of the Grove instead of the Demon Hunter. It looked as though LawLiet was purposely trying to bait the Death Coil Frost Nova, and then have it go after the Demon Hunter, only to see it teleported away. Demon Hunter dove on in without much of an issue, as the Ancient of Wind now trying to get in position. Only 900 hit points on that Ancient of Wind and the Ancient of Lores, as the Abominations are a better frontline unit, as the Destroyers are all right there. Here we are going straight after everything. There's a Mana Burn. There's a Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, Death Coil onto the Abomination, trying to save it. It looks as though the Abomination will be able to stick around a little while longer. There's another Mana Burn, as the Death Coil going after. Beautiful save right there. Staff of Preservation save, as the Abomination still in the back line. Where is that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter wants to heal back up, but the Moonwells are pretty much blown dry, down to 185. All of those early play not working out well, and it looks as though WFZ is just going to continue this charge, going after some of those units, perhaps taking down a Mountain Giant finally. Down one goes after so long. more damage getting added in. Ancient of Wonders now getting shut down as we are looking at the Trents trying to go after the base back here. Is this going to turn into a base race scenario? It could, but there are meat wagons for WFZ. All right, Abominations going after the last couple of Moonwells. 33 supply compared to 48. Abominations could go after this Altar of Elders as the Lich, Death Knight, and the Destroyer going after the Ancient of Wind here off to the side, off to the back here. We are looking, well, I thought, there was an Acolyte trying to summon perhaps a building later on. Ancient of Wonders, well, actually trapped right here, unable to break free. Obsidian Statue absorbing a large amount of damage, and this Ancient should end up getting taken down once more. Only a couple of Moonwells left, and that may be it. A couple of buildings is going to be the difference between victory and defeat. There are Chimera Roosts in the back, though. A couple more strong, high hit point buildings as we are still fighting underway. All right, this base race is going to get incredibly close. Death Knight back across over here. Demon Hunter gets to Metamorphosis, and that is a big deal because it all of a sudden deals chaos damage. Chaos damage means that it is going to deal full damage to buildings as opposed to the heroic damage debuff. And with that, all of a sudden, all bets are off as the Mountain Giants grabbing a couple of sieges and to get some clubs in as well. Death Knight going to go and try and staff a teleportation away. Is going to be able to make its way back out. Yes, down to 76 hit points as the Lich shows up to the party. Potion of Greater Healing used. All right, Lich now going to make its way back out here. Perhaps going to go after a couple of those Dryads or some of those going after that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now all the way back there. There's a Frost Nova onto that unit there. Death Knight now trying to make its way back over. Demon Hunter, a couple of buildings are all that is left. Meanwhile, these three buildings here still getting a lot of pressure. Another Hunter's Hall there. All right, who's going to win out here? Demon Hunter could get taken down. Demon Hunter down to 16 hit points, somehow surviving as the unit's unable to catch up to it. There goes a Frost Nova onto the Keeper of the Grove as the Keeper of the Grove does end up falling down. All right, last couple of where is that last building? There is one slaughterhouse left. One slaughterhouse is the difference as there is an Ancient of War here. Mountain Giant going to be making its way over. Is it going to try to take down the slaughterhouse? Oh, what is going on here? No, unable to sneak its way through. This slaughterhouse is the last remaining building, and that is the GG. LawLiet throws in the towel as it was a base race here in WGL. An amazing game down to the wire. WFZ was down during the middle portion of this matchup. He was down on heroes, I believe a level 4, level 3, going up against 2 level 5 heroes, if I remember correctly. And he was able to just fight extremely well. LawLiet was saving bears and dryads left and right, and somehow WFZ was still able to inch out a little bit more experience and catch up. Once he caught up, level 5 Death Knight, level 5 Lich, that Frost Nova Death Coil combination became really pronounced and very, very powerful, forcing that Demon Hunter to, well, have to become a lot more careful in his engagements. He wasn't able to get mana burn off nearly as easily. Coming down to the very end, WFZ unsummoned just the right number of buildings. If he unsummoned one more building, that would have been the loss right there, as I don't think 200 gold would have made that much more difference as opposed to 1,000 hit points on a building. With that said and done, WFZ comes out as the victor. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.